The studio went silent. Whoopi Goldberg froze mid-sentence. Joy Behar blinked in disbelief. Cameras zoomed in, audience gasped, and then Morgan Freeman's calm, thunderous voice cut through the chaos. The truth doesn't need to shout, it just needs to finally be heard. For a few seconds, you could have heard a pin drop. No laughter. No applause. Just raw, stunned silence as one of Hollywood's most respected legends stared across the stage of The View, a show long known for its opinions, controversies, and fiery debates. But this time, the debate turned into a reckoning. It started innocently, or at least that's how it looked. The producers of The View had invited Morgan Freeman to talk about his new documentary on truth in media. The topic was expected to be simple, even safe. But Morgan had a different plan, one that would shake daytime television to its core. Backstage, moments before going live, a young assistant whispered, "Mr. Freeman, they might twist your words. Just be careful." Morgan smiled softly, his deep voice rumbling like wisdom itself. "If they fear truth, then truth is exactly what they'll get." He walked onto the stage. Calm, dignified, his presence commanding instant respect. The crowd cheered. Whoopi leaned forward with her usual confidence, ready to steer the conversation. But what she didn't know was that this interview wouldn't go the way she wanted, it would go the way truth demanded. The first half of the interview went smoothly. They talked about storytelling, Hollywood, and social justice. But then, Whoopi leaned in and asked the question that triggered it all. "Morgan, don't you think some voices are too dangerous to be given a platform?" A pause. Morgan's eyes narrowed slightly, his calm replaced by something heavier, something honest. "Dangerous voices," he repeated quietly. "Who decides which voices are dangerous? You, the media, or the people watching at home?" Whoopi tried to laugh it off, but the audience felt it, the tension rising. Joy Behar jumped in, defending the show's right to filter misinformation. Morgan leaned forward, voice low but powerful enough to command every heartbeat in the room. "You call it filtering. I call it silencing. You call it protecting people. I call it controlling them." The studio erupted. Murmurs, gasps, camera flashes. Morgan didn't stop. For years, this show has claimed to speak for women, for truth, for justice, but too often, you've spoken only for ratings. You've mocked, judged, and torn people apart before you even listened to their side. That's not journalism. That's theater. Whoopi's face hardened. "So, you're saying we're the problem?" Morgan nodded. "When the goal becomes to win arguments instead of find truth, yes, you are part of the problem." Then something unexpected happened. From the audience, a woman stood up, trembling, emotional. "He's right," she said. "I used to believe everything this show said, until it made me hate people I never even met." The entire room turned toward her. Tears rolled down her face as she continued. "You made me believe that anyone who disagreed was evil. But truth isn't about sides, it's about understanding. Thank you, Mr. Freeman, for reminding us." Morgan turned to her, his eyes soft but strong. "That's the voice that matters. Not mine, not theirs. Yours. The people's." The audience applauded. It started softly, then grew louder, until even those on stage couldn't stop it. Whoopi tried to change the subject, but Morgan wasn't done. "We live in a world where people are told what to think, not taught how to think. That ends the moment we start listening again, really listening. The truth doesn't belong to TV hosts, politicians, or Hollywood. It belongs to everyone willing to seek it." He stood up. Cameras followed. The audience rose too, clapping, cheering. It wasn't just a standing ovation, it was a moment of awakening. Whoopi sat speechless. Joy stared at her notes, unable to find words. For once, The View wasn't controlling the narrative, truth was. Within minutes, clips of the confrontation flooded social media. #Morgan Freeman Truth trended worldwide. Millions watched, shared, and debated what he said. Some praised him, others attacked him, but everyone was talking about it. A week later, Morgan posted a short video online. No production, no lights, just his voice. "If truth makes you uncomfortable, that's good. Growth begins where comfort ends. The world doesn't need louder voices, it needs honest ones. Speak your truth, even if it shakes the room." That video alone reached over 100 million views. Because it wasn't just about Whoopi or The View anymore. It was about everyone tired of being told what to think. As the screen fades to black, a single line appears. In a world full of noise, the quiet voice of truth can still change everything. The story of that day became more than viral. It became a symbol. Morgan Freeman didn't just expose a few TV hosts, he exposed the mirror we all needed to look into.